active. Monitor and output. Why can't I hear it? Why? Why? Why can't I hear you? What the fuck? No. Now. I can't figure it out. I got up. Yo, wait. Hi, Shason. Oh, do we have a hi? I'm new. I'm sorry. I'm troubleshooting. I'm trying to get this to work. Hi, Shason. You know what? Hold on. So I can hear with you guys. I'm taking off the headphones. These headphones. All right. Tell me if this is like echoing though. Here, I'll turn it down. But... Okay, so we did manage to get top 8 at the Rdiq. I got first place after Swiss, and unfortunately, our curse of whenever we win in Swiss, we lose the first round of Top Cut. I won the dice roll in top 8, and I felt great. I was like, cool, I win the dice roll, I win this match. Because I played against Tri Brigade Zoo, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I drew Ash Blossom, White, Legionnaire Boot Sector. And I was just like, oh, I lose. Cool. It was the one time I drew unplayable the whole day. The entire day. And unfortunately, it was just in top 8. What deck did I play? I played Dragon Link. So I'm going to tilt this down, and let's just get into the deck profile. Let's get this water out of here. Yeehaw! Just yeet it on the floor. Yep. We did indeed play Dragon Link. So first, let's start with our shout-outs, because I always forget to do the shout-outs. So massive shout-outs to Corey, who I think is in chat right now. Massive shout-out. Oh, hold on. Oh! Giraffe Serenade. Thank you for the follow, friend. Hold on. I'm actually going to update... What did I say the... What's our goal? Did we say 725? I got to update that now. Let's... Because I just noticed this problem. So before we get into the deck profile properly, because, you know, like, we want it to look nice when we put it up on YouTube, you know? Let's go to the thing that says out of, and let's edit it, and it's gonna say 25. 725. Let's see if we can get to 725. My boyfriend says he loves your Dodogama. Hey! Shout out to your boyfriend. We love Monster Hunter out here. Jimp nerd. Hi, Jib. Did you see Elise's deck list, Jibril? Did you see the deck list, Jibril? Hi, Jim. So let's also, I'm gonna pre-sort this real quick. I should have done this off camera, but you know, when do we ever have a stream where things just go right? Like that just doesn't happen. Like if it's not the audio, it's something else. Let's pre-sort this. Your game mat is hype. Thank you, friend. We have lots of game mats. Should I get out the Grim YGO mat that I played on? I should do that. Because I noticed in the Grim YGO Discord, I don't have the, like, on the roster role or whatever it is. So, like, I can't, like, talk to anybody on there. So I'm like, why am I in the Discord if, like, I can't talk to anybody that's on there? So I, like, messaged Dolik today. I was like, Andrew! Say congratulations to Raphael, please. Dicks. What do you mean the dicks? I got to stall. What do you mean? Give Brenda attention. Give Brenda attention. No. I could never do that. Never that. We'll give Brenda attention when we're done with the deck profile. We'll be sure to bring her in. We'll give her lots of love and attention because she's been neglected today, unfortunately, as always. I don't want to. You guys are gonna see the deck profile. You're gonna see it early. I'm a horrible streamer, man. Press 1 if I'm a terrible streamer, man. Here. I'm not gonna give it away. I'm gonna turn this up so you guys can't see it. I'm gonna turn it away so you can't see it. I forgot that was an option. 2, 0, My stuff's glitching out. Rip. That might not be you. There's always a 50-50 chance that it's me. I don't know how this is gonna work for the RDIQ, because or for the RDI proper, because our internet is not consistent. I think I'm finally gonna have to like drill a hole in the wall or something and get an Ethernet cable running in here, because this is just getting ridiculous. And I don't want to like lose on the Konami stream because our internet just decides that it doesn't want to work anymore. You should let stream make your next deck for an event, but the next event's the RDI. What do you mean? I mean, to an extent, we kind of do that, right? Like, we always talk, like, we never like hide what we're playing. We always just like do whatever. Hedge, how's it going, Slassy? 2 everything, best ratios? God, yes. Our deck is just like, you want to see it sometimes, but not all the time, Turbo. No, that'd be horrible. Don't do that. There we go. Hiding decks is for losers? Exactly! That's what I'm saying. Like, if you gotta like hide what you're playing, you're not confident enough. That shit's bad juju. Jib knows about me and my superstitions when it comes to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, there we go. Alright. We're gonna push this down. Ooh, ooh. Okay. This is the only Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG stream I've watched that makes me feel cozy. Hey, we love to hear that, Drafts. That is exactly the feel that we go for here, is cozy. I'm very glad to hear that that is exactly what we have nailed. Also, how is the stream doing? Because it looks like the bitrate is absolute shit. Like it is hard like redlining for me. So this stream gives me so much anxiety. Me too. Me too. Okay, is buffered a bit, but it's good now. Okay. Ah yes, midnight streamer man. Hi Cody. Cody, I made it to the RDI. Are you proud of me? I lost in Top Cut though. I did that thing where I went undefeated in Swiss and then I lost in Top Cut immediately. Stream cool so far? All right, then let's just hop into it. So let's start with the shout outs. First of all, massive shout outs to Corey, if Corey is still in the chat. Because Corey, as you all of you who are regulars know, Corey just overnighted me the entire deck. Like he didn't even know what I needed. So he was just like, here, just take everything. Just here, figure out what you need. Here are all my Dragonlink cards. And that actually came up for a huge reason, and I'll get into that in a minute. Corey makes my combo. Hi YouTube, I was here. So Corey, absolute pog. Massive shout outs to Corey. I could not have done it without him. Corey told me to play on the friendship sleeves, and I think he said this live on stream, but he was like, the friendship sleeves will draw broken, is what he said to me. And he was like, just put them on your deck, you'll draw insane. Like, just trust me. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, okay. So I was doing test hands with the deck the night before, and I was drawing terribly. Like, every test hand I drew was like brick, and like one of the baby dragons. So like it looked playable until you realized that you had no cards to like banish with babies. So so I was like really afraid. I was like terrified that I was gonna get into this event and just brick every hand. But that ended up not being the case. I only bricked in Top Cut. So shout outs to Corey, shout outs to Friendship Sleeves. Also shout outs to everybody on Team Playmakers and Grim YGO, at least for the mat. So huge shout outs to them. Also shout outs to Vic, who mailed the deck, because Corey just got the deck to Vic and then overnighted it to him. So huge shout outs to them. Also, and then shout outs to Will. Now Will is the last one I'm gonna shout out, because before last night, I was fully intending to sign up with the list that Mr. Cody Angry Bob sent me. Like, it looked like a very good list. It looked very similar to the one that I'd been playing on stream. And I was like, you know what? Like, I've already basically tested this list. I know it's a solid list. Like, we're gonna play it. How long am I gonna stream? I don't know. Like, it depends on how long the deck profile takes, and then we'll do something after. Who knows? So I was like very set that I was gonna play Cody's list until I talked to Will Candia, for those who don't know. And Will, I asked him how he was doing, and he was like, terribly. I've played nothing but mirror matches, and I've gotten draw and lock birded every game that I've played. I hate this. I want to cry. So, I was like, oh, I see. So, I should probably put Droll back in my main deck then. He was like, absolutely. So, give Twitch mods some love, of course. Also, shout outs to all the Twitch mods. Shout outs to everybody here on the Twitch for coming out. You guys are 100% the reason that I like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And enjoy doing this just all the time. And Brenda has to like drag me kicking and screaming away from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Because you guys are always here being supportive and lovely, and I love all of you. So huge shout outs to Twitch. But going back to the story about Will. I was a mod for 2 minutes. That is true. Super Pluto was a mod for exactly 2 minutes until Pluto banned some random person and we had to unban them and demod Super Pluto. That was a great time. Also, Card Circuit, thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate it, man. So going back to the Will story, so because of me talking to Will, I shifted back to a deck list that is very, very similar to the one that we played for the Extravaganza. So if you already seen that deck list, this deck is probably going to look very familiar to you, but there was one key difference in that we did not play the second Abseratter this time because that was silly. And this is part of why Corey sitting me the entire deck is very relevant. So just to get into it, we started with 3 Ash Blossom and 3 Droll and Lockbirds. I did not play my copies of Droll and Lockbirds. I also did not play my copies of Ash Blossom because Corey... so the whole idea was that I was going to play as many of Corey's cards as possible and mix them in with some of mine for maximum friendship and love. So we played 6 hand traps. Droll was actually the MVP all day. I don't have my matchups up this time like I did the last time we did this, but I played the first 2 rounds I played against were against the mirror match against 2 Dragon Links, and one of them was the Dragoonity build, so Droll was really strong there, and then I also played against a Shaddoll Dogmatica Invoked right after that, so Droll was insane there. I played against an ABC, which was interesting. This didn't really matter there. Actually, it did. I won one of the games because of Droll against the ABC player. I forgot about that. Let me think. Yeah, I think that was kind of like the extent of Droll being good, but Droll, Droll carried me for like a lot of the tournament. Like, it was very good. So definitely happy I played these. Yeah, I don't know. Very happy that I chose to play this ratio. All right, let's bully Mike from Modhood. No bullying. This is no bully zone. So we then played our 3 safer. This is really standard at this point. Like, it's just your best normal summon. And I mean, like, you can tribute out of your hand, which is really good when you can do that. Unfortunately, we don't have the gammas in this list, so you know, tributing itself doesn't really bait as hard as I would like it to, but it's still really good. Also, stream might be dying. Shouting is great. Oh, you guys are shouting. Mike, give Disturb mod or you're gonna lose to a Twizzle. Wait, is Disturb not a mod on the Twitch? I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Disturb is supposed to be. You established dominance? Oh gosh. So then on for the rocket package, we played 2 Tracer, 2 Synchron, and then 2 Recharger. And this right here is part of why it was really good that Corey sent me the entire deck, because I only own one recharger, but Corey sent me the entire deck, so I actually had access to a second one. And this was really solid for me. I really liked having a lot of rockets in my hand to play with all day. And it actually came up a few times where, you know, if I wasn't playing it, my play would have been a little bit more convoluted. I would have had to play into hand traps a lot harder than I did. So it was really nice being able to just go like, oh, cool, I'm in like the mid game. Cool, special summon Tracer, pop something, get recharged, and just go. So really, really solid. Really liked the second recharger. I'd probably play it again. And the other cool thing about it is, you know, it's like another 4 that you can sack out of your hand for safer. And because it is a rocket monster, I mean, it's still good in the graveyard, so definitely appreciated it. Try it out if you haven't already. I think it's a cool ratio. And I didn't want to play the second Absol Router again because of how many Droll and Lockbirds Will said that he played against. So I wanted to just play another rocket name, diversify it a little bit, test out the recharger, and it worked out well. We then played the 1 Chambermaid, the 1 BMet, the white-black, Router, Brotar, Levy, Red MD, Nocto. I don't think I really need to talk about these too much. These two obviously go like softly together, so you don't play like 2 of this because I side these out when I go second. So I like to have just the extra normal summon there for the siding pattern, so I don't awkwardly have to side in like 1 card out of my side deck. It just makes siding really easy. This could have been a 3rd tidying, I guess, but I would have preferred just to have the extra normal summon again, just because I like to just side out the 1 and the 2 and just have the package just out of my deck when I go second. The Noctovision is not necessarily always played if you play the 2 recharger, but I didn't have anything else that I really wanted to play, so I just went with Noctovision. Also, I should mention that there was a slight thing with the deck lists when I was submitting my deck list. I was actually really lucky at this event because I sat down the night before to go submit my deck list, and I wasn't really set on how I was going to play my list yet. And I just had this list kind of like thrown together. And I joined the Discord for the Rdiq, and I noticed that the deck list submissions were closing at 8 p.m. on my time. I saw this at 7:55 p.m. So I kind of like panicked, and I didn't have a lot of time to like think about things. So the Noctovision was already in my deck list when I went to go submit it, and you know, maybe if I had more time, maybe this would have been a different card, but you know, I like Noctovision, so it stays. So that's it for the monsters. We then had 3 Chaos Space, 3 Quick Launch, 3 World Legacy, pretty standard. We put back in the Dark Rulers. So we've been testing Triple Tactical Talent on the ladder, which I've been fond of. It's been okay. But with how much Dragon I heard was being played in the other pod for the other RDA queue, I really did not want to risk not having like just a blowout card like Dark Ruler if I played against like 5 Dragon Links. I didn't want basically to just rely on the dice roll every single time. So I put these back in. Kind of the deck just shifted back to where it was for the Extravaganza because of how I heard the other pod went, and it ended up being the right call. This in the main deck won me a couple games. It wasn't like super crazy, but there were definitely games that would not have been won if I did not have this card. So, and that was especially important for the first round of the tournament where I got my tie. So that was, I played against the Dragon Link mirror match, and in the Dragon Link mirror match, they were playing the Dragoonity build, not the version that Elise played with the DMZ lock, But their ending board was like Apollo, Savage, Hot Red with Tidying Set, which I thought was weird. I'm like, you can just do that in the standard build, but I guess sure, like pop off. But because I had the Dark Ruler, I was able to completely crack the field and win that game. And we ended up tying because game 2, I think I did the same thing. I think I Dark Rulered him again. And I ended on Apollo, Savage, Hot Red of my own. You know, so same board that they made against me turn 1 or game 1. But I made it, you know, going second post side in the tidying build. And there was literally like a minute on the clock at this point. Like, so I was up a game and I was in pretty much an unlosing position, like a non-losing position. And my opponent just so happened to have Levianeer in their hand. Like they just hard drew the Levianeer and they just slapped it on the field and attacked to get a tie. So that is how I got my round 1 tie. And then we did not lose from there. So Dark Ruler definitely good, because if I didn't have that and everything had gone the same way, you know, I would have lost the first game. And then had everything gone the same way, I would have just lost round 1 instead of tying. And, you know, like then my whole matchups would have been different. The whole tournament would have been different. So very glad that I played this card. Set me on the right path. Then to finish out the main deck, we had the 2 field spells, very standard, and the 2 tidyings. We did not go up to 3 again for the siding pattern. We just want to have the 3 cards that we can side out when we go second. And you know, I never really missed having more of these. 40, yeah, this is just 40 card deck. And yeah, I mean, I've considered playing 3 of this just to, like, you know, mill off Pega or whatever. Because if you have one of these in your graveyard, you can always, you know, like banish it to get the chamber out of your graveyard so that you can protect yourself from Dark Ruler, but that never came up, so didn't miss it. Let's get on to the extra deck, because the extra deck is pretty darn standard. There's nothing really interesting about the extra deck, but we're going to talk about it anyway. We have, of course, the Savage, Papega, and Hot Red. 3 very good cards. I mean, you go into these 2 all the time. These are pretty much how you win. They're basically your board. Papega always comes up, always finds you the cards that you want, finds you what you need. Good card. I didn't make this nearly as much as I did at the first Rdiq, or during the extravaganza. I went for the Apollo board a lot more frequently this time. Oh no, did the stream die? Oh no, are we dead? Oh, are we dead? Are we back? 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 No, Are we back? Hold on. Are we back? Where did we lose me, friends? Can you guys hear me right now? It's back. Never gone, just lagging? Oh, okay. Where did it start lagging? Because I'll just start over from there in case the recording's affected. You were on Hot Red. Oh yeah, so so these are like the main win conditions, right? But I didn't make Hot Red nearly as much as I did at during the extravaganza and like the last time I played this deck. We went for the Apollo board much more this time, and I think that was correct because it was just very strong. Also, I've actually figured out how to make the Apollo board now. There were a few times even where we ended on like a super crazy board of like Seal, Apollo, Hot Red, Savage, Tidying, where at that point it's like, but how do you lose? How do you lose? You can't. You literally just can't lose if you make that board. That board's insane. But yeah, so these cards, I mean, like win cons, very good. Didn't make these as much as I did before, but still happy I played them. Obviously, the 3 striker dragons. We always play 3. You can't play less than 3 because this is just how you grind with the deck. And you know, if I could play a 4th one, I 100% would, but unfortunately, that is illegal. Then we still play the 2 spheres. I've seen some people start to cut the 2nd spheres for other cards. Some people are playing like Beat Cop, so that you don't lose to Contact C. Unfortunately, that never came up for me, so I was glad. And some of the other players were playing other builds. You know, I think Elise played the DMZ lock version, so she did not play the 2nd spheres. So, but we still did. We're lazy with our deck building. We're not doing anything cool or exciting, so. He's saying he would cheat? Damn, that's crazy. Play 4 of a card if I could? Hell yeah. But unfortunately, I'm not allowed to do that, so I can't do that. Oh, there's still Link ones. I mean, LP Pisty. We don't have to talk about LP Pisty. Romulus, it gets Dragon Ravine. It summons Apollo. Hulk, unfortunately, I did not get a chance to do my favorite play in the deck, which is the normal summon a tuner, activate World Legacy Guard Dragon, special summon for lethal play. So Hulk didn't come up very much, unfortunately, but it's there for if you need it. Quad Boro for the last Link 2, again, very self-explanatory. You use it to just like recover from Nibiru, you use it to pop itself, and special summon however many back. Very good. I think I used it a couple times today. It doesn't come up every match, but when this card comes up, you're usually winning because of it. So, no Scarlet, people leave. Yeah, no, we didn't play Scarlet this time. Obviously, you play the Boral Sword. I think I only summoned Boral Sword once. I had like a really weird event where I like never won in battle phase. People just always scooped. Like, so it was like it was a very just kind of like seamless event, kind of like very, you know, like I'm gonna do my thing and you're gonna just allow it to happen. I think there were a few events where or a few games where I didn't even like need to go up into Boral Sword. I just won by like attacking with big monsters. I know the last round of Swiss, my opponent just didn't have anything. Like they were playing Prank Kids, and I Ash Blossomed the Dropsies. So they just had like 4,000 life points at that point, and I just had Savage on the field. So I just summoned Remedy and attacked for game. Sword just didn't end up coming up a lot today. It came up a couple times, but not too much. And then for the last one, the Apollo, since, you know, I mean, we wanted to make the Apollo board, so we did. It was good. Very good card. I'm very happy that I finally actually like properly learned how to like do the Apollo board and don't fuck it up now. As for the side deck is where we've made the most changes. So to start off, we played 3 copies of Contact C. This card was the card I was the most excited about going into the event. Contact C is really powerful because it hits 3 of the major decks in the format right now. It can hit Dragon Link. It can hit, like, this card just instant wins versus Prank Kids. Like, if you summon this against Prank Kids, they'll just concede. Like, they have no way to beat this. But you can also summon it against Dragon Link, and as long as they don't have, like, Quick Launch, or as long as they didn't normal summon a tuner, the Contact C just prevents them from playing, and they can pass. Yeah, I guess it randomly does hit Earth Machine, Super Pluto. And then you can also use this against the Tri-Brigade Zodiac deck, which is the only time I sided this in against Tri-Brigade Zodiac and against Prank Kid. I did not see it until Top Cut, and when I saw it in Top Cut, I did not want to see it. I drew this card in my Top Cut match in a grind game 2 turns in a row, and that's why I lost. So how I lost in Top Cut in game 3 at least was my opponent had 0 cards. I had played through all of their stuff, and they just passed on a field. I broke their entire board. They had no cards left, nothing on field, nothing in hand. They drew, set Revolt, and I started to push them because I had just made seals and pass. That's all I had on field, and unfortunately I could not seal their set card. So they revolted me, and you know, I was just sitting there with 2 contact C's and a seal against a revolt, and then I was like, oh, okay. And then they drew Pot of Desires for turn after that. I was like, I see. So unfortunate, but it is what it is. So maybe we'll play this again in the future. I'm not sure. But this card was, in theory, this card was the best card in my side deck. Unfortunately, it just didn't get to be that card for me today, but I still like it in paper. We then had 3 Nibiru. I never drew it. I never drew it. Don't even need to talk about it. Did not draw Nibiru, but it is Nibiru. We're still playing 3 copies of Twin Twister, obviously, so that we can hit back decks and we can snipe Pandemoniums as well as Schisms and Punishments and whatnot. But that I only did that against the Prank Kid player, and I think when I hit the Prank Kid player, I don't think they had Pandemonium because I think I Ash Blossomed them. I think they just had like 2 Floodgates or something. So Twin Twister was like, it did its job. It sniped some back row in the matchup it was supposed to, but I mean, I didn't. Oh well. I think I did draw this against the Invoked Dalmatica that I played against, so I think I would have had this in that matchup if they had the Schism. But really unfortunately for my opponent actually lost due to a game loss in the 3rd round. Because what happened was, you know, they went first, I drolled them game 1, and they just had hard drawn Schism, so they went normal summon Hedgehog, set Schism, pass. And I lost to it. And then in game 3, they went normal summon Alistair, activate effect to search Invocation, and asked if I had anything on Resolution, and I said sure, and I activated Draw and Lockbird. And as soon as I said Draw and Lockbird, they dropped their deck on their hand. Like, so their hand was like this, right? Like, and they dropped another, like, it looked like 3 or 4 cards. However, like, it looked like exactly the same size as their hand, directly like that. And then they separated them out, but I had no idea which pile was which because I didn't see the cards drop. So I didn't know where the hand was. So I had to call a judge to try and, like, you know, correct the game state because, you know, I didn't know if there was a way that he could have, like, identified it. So I called a judge about it, and unfortunately my opponent got a game loss for that. So it was a very quick game 3, but I did have the twin for that. I had like Twin Droll, Ash, safe for World Legacy or something. Like, my hand was crazy no matter what it was. Like, I don't think I was losing, but it was just unfortunate that my opponent had to lose that way. So Twin kind of did his job, but the game procedure, I guess, was better. Sharking. No, that's not sharking. Sharking is if I ask for the penalty. It's like, no, he gets a penalty. He dropped his hand. I was just very much like, is there a way that we can repair this game state? Because I don't know what his hand was. Then we played 3 Lightning Storm for the next 3 cards. This card is like interesting. This is like very last minute for me because these had been like Cosmic Cyclone or MST in the side. But I was going over my siding pattern and I was thinking to myself, you know, like with the Contact Seas in the side deck, I didn't have, like, there was no matchup where I was going to be, that I had been siding MST for, that I was still going to have the side deck, like, or like the side ins and side outs to like continue siding it. Like, I would constantly be choosing, it's like, well, do I want twins and MSTs or do I want Contact Seas and twins? So I was just like, well, I guess if I'm already in this position, I'm going to replace the MSTs with Lightning Storm. Because I can side these against the Tri-Brigade Zodiac deck. I can side it against Pure Back Row if I play against it. And these are actually really good. This is how I beat the Tri-Brigade Zodiac deck in round 5, I believe. Because in game 3, they just went set 2 pass, and I opened double lightning storm plus a bunch of other spell cards. Like, I couldn't play, but they just went set 2 pass. I lightning stormed them. I activated quick launch. They ashed me. I passed. They just set more back row, and then I lightning stormed them again. So, and then I drew Safer, so I was like, oh, cool, I can play now. So this card was good. I like this card. We like this card a lot. But yeah, that was the only time it mattered. So that was cool. And then for the last 3, we played the triple tactical talents that we had been main decking. And these are just a swap with the Dark Rulers when we go first. And yeah, I did not draw them. Ever. That's all I have to say about it. I never drew this card. So, at Corey, your tactics are cursed, I guess. So yeah, that was the deck. Let me grab my phone. We can go over the matchups real quick if you guys are interested in that. Cool. So in round 1, I played against the mirror match, like sort of the mirror match, the Dragoonity Link version. I lost the dice roll and I won game 1, but we tied in game 2. So that was the first round. The next round, I played against Josh Kirby. The first round was against Sean Pittman. The second one was against Josh Kirby. So 2 very good Dragon Link players. I started the day off, I'm like, oh god, I'm playing against 2 very good Dragon Link players at the start of the day. They do not want me to get to this RDI. But fortunately, we won the dice roll against Josh Kirby, and I mean, it was just a very standard Dragon Link mirror match. Like, very, very standard. Like, I went first and made board, or maybe I think we had one of our games was really good. I think it might have been the first one, maybe it was the third. But after, we had like one good game, and the other 2 were just like, I go first, make a board, you go first, you make a board, and it was just like, scoop, scoop. You show how to do the Apple board? Yeah, I can do that afterwards. Then we played against the Dalmatica Invoked opponents. Where this is where they went normal summon the Hedgehog, and then hard set Schism after they got drolled, and then I just lost to Winda anyway. And then I won the next game. I made a board, they couldn't break it. And then in game 3, that is when we had like Droll, Twin Twister, Ash, Rufus Kiddo. Thank you for the congratulations. Yeah, we so then game 3, unfortunately, they got a game loss. On like the very first card they play, and they got a game loss. So, if you are my opponent, I'm sorry that happened. That was really shitty, but thankfully our hand was good enough to where I wasn't terribly afraid. So I'm not sure the outcome would have been different. The next round we played against ABC. Pure 555, I guess. It was odd. I don't really know what to say. This one was kind of the black sheep in my matchups. This was just a quick 2-0 on my part. And then on from there, we played against Tri Brigade Zodiac. We lost the first game. Also, just by the way, I forgot to mention, except for round 2 against Josh Kirby, I lost every dice roll. So the Tri Brigade Zodiac is one that I might have to come back to. Because we started with technical difficulty. Like, I guess I can talk about it. This was a ride from start to finish. And for that reasons, I'm gonna like keep like names and everything out of it, because all the respect to the players, it was just a very unfortunate situation. So we started with technical difficulties. I joined the call, and immediately our call got... you actually played against Pure 555? No, I don't think so. I was just joking because it was an ABC player. I joined the call, and immediately my internet crashed, which is really weird because normally I don't have internet problems when I'm playing, like, just on Discord, like, because Discord's the only thing open on my computer. Nobody else was on the Wi-Fi, so I thought it was a little bit odd. And what was odd about it is my internet was doing fine up until a judge joined the call, pushing us over the number of maximum people they had in the call. And as soon as that happened, my internet dropped, and it would start to reconnect, and I would try to connect to the Discord again, and my internet would crash again. There were so many people in the room, I couldn't even try to join back half the time. So the judge coordinated with me eventually, and when I like got all my stuff back online, and the judge said, okay, we're gonna move you to another table, and we're gonna lock the room so that people can't come and spectate it, so that you can like uphold the connection, right? And I said, cool, thank you, judge, I really appreciate that. And then we got a 10-minute time extension for the technical difficulties, which was great. Because I was there on time for the match, but everything just started crashing as soon as the round was about to start. So we got our time extension. We start playing our match, and my opponent wins game 1. They just had a board. They had like a decent board, but then they had like strike IDP behind it, so I couldn't do anything about it. Like, my hand wasn't good enough to play through it. No problems there. Game 2, I go first. I make the Apollo board, but I mess up just slightly. And I mention this because it comes up later in the story. So I mess up very slightly in that I have a chambermaid in my hand, and I didn't normal summon it. So I knew I was going to have to reborn it at some point. DMG Field Center? Hell yeah, deck divider for Field Center. I knew I was going to have to reborn it at some point, but when it got to the point where I was supposed to discard my chamber, out of instinct, I discarded I had a chaos space in my hand, so I discarded the dead baby just out of instinct, and then I thought to myself, I'm like, oh shit, I messed this up because I need to trigger my chambermaid. But so I had the choice between going out of my way to get the chambermaid, or just continuing with the play as I would normally and just ending on the same board without the tidying. So that's what I did. So I ended on, it was like Seal Apollo Savage. And so I negated a bunch of my opponent's cards. They had triple tactical talents, which was an easy read for me based on how they were playing. So I just held my Savage for that, negated that. And they only had a couple cards left. They poked through my field. And they went to main phase 2. But so I think all I had was an Apollo with 1 counter at the end. And then so I start my next turn. I start building my board. I get my, and I start like cracking and playing through back row, doing whatever, right? I don't remember exactly how the turn worked out, but it became very obvious that my opponent was not going to win because they were in a position where they had no cards, and I used Striker to reborn Red MD. Red MD got the chambermaid that was in my graveyard that was not doing anything from before, and then getting the tidying. So I was going to have Seal tidying to my opponent's nothing, right? And now what I should probably mention at this point is that we were moved to this other room. The room was supposed to be locked. The room was not locked. And the moment the judge had left the room, the same spectators kept flooding back into the call. And throughout the match, both me and my opponent were telling the spectators to please leave the match because of the technical difficulties we had had. And the judge had told these spectators to not rejoin the call. Well, they kept rejoining the call, and then eventually some of them would not actually leave when I would say like, hey, can you please leave the call? Like, we're just trying to play. We don't want to have any technical difficulties. Let's just go. Well, they wouldn't leave the call, and then they kept joining back. And eventually I started getting a little frustrated. I'm like, guys, please, I don't want to have to call a judge for this. Like, please, you guys have been asked. Like, just go ahead. And they start arguing, and you're not, if you are a spectator at any Konami sanctioned event, you're not supposed to interfere with the game. You're not supposed to like talk to the players or whatnot or commentate on their matches. And they started like chatting at me and blah 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 blah. So I just said, you know what, I'm gonna call a judge because you guys have been asked multiple times, we've had to ask you multiple times. I'm gonna call a judge. So I call a judge. I messaged the judge that had been in the call with us before directly on Discord, and I tag in the judge, what's it called, Discord channel. And we're sitting there for quite a while without a judge. And at that point, like, the spectators start, you know, like, kind of heckling me a little bit, saying that I'm stalling for time. They accuse me of sharking, which I didn't really understand. And then my opponent started in on me too, and saying, make a play, make a play, make a play, make a play, you're stalling. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't understand how I can be stalling when I've made a call for a judge, you know. And like, these guys are like, they're coming in here, they were asked not to come in the call. I don't know, and I don't know why you as my opponent have an issue with this, because we are going to get I mean, we were going to get a time extension, obviously, because this was just a silly thing to waste time over. So you were just cheating. Classic. How's it going, Big Pimpin'? So we called so eventually, like, after like 7 minutes, what deck did I play? I played Dragonlink Korag. We just did the deck profile. So eventually a judge shows up, and I start to explain what's going on. And, you know, like, the opponent was getting increasingly aggressive. The, like, heckler, I'm going to call them hecklers. There's the spectators were getting increasingly chatty, let's say. And, you know, I was just sick of it, because they were very insistent that I needed to play. Like, they were trying to convince me to just keep playing while the judge was on their way, which you should not do. If you are ever in that position in a Konami event, do not do that, because that is a very easy way for when the judge shows up to be like, all right, well, there's a judge call, but why are you guys playing? So the judge is just going to walk away. So I just stood my ground on that, waited for the judge to show up, and as I started to explain the story, the opponent and the spectators started yelling at me, and it's like, he's stalling, blah blah blah. Like, I'm not, because I had said, it's like, you know, they were getting kind of like increasingly aggressive about this when you know, we'd asked them multiple times. A judge had asked them to, like, not spectate, and we were just like, oh well, you know, like, hey. So they all started, like, you know, kind of losing their shit about it. And after that happened, the judge was like, all right, I'm going to need all the spectators to leave. And my opponent got real quiet after that. And because this only started once my opponent got into a losing position, I kind of suspect that these were the opponent's friends, and, I think they knew what they were doing. But, you know, that's just me speculating. And so almost immediately after they left and I resumed play, almost immediately my opponent conceded, because there was no way my opponent could win. So the judge stayed in the call after that, and my opponent continued to be kind of a little bit rude about it. He was, because other people because the room had not been locked like the other judge had told us it would be. The spectators kept trying to join after that, and spectators kept trying to join, but the judge would just kick them at that point. Like, anytime somebody joined the call, the judge just kicked them. But my opponent was like, well, aren't you gonna tell them to leave? And I just, like, looked at him, I was like, the judge is doing that, that's not my job. And the judge was like, I'm kicking them as they leave the call. So after that, my opponent was very quiet, and I basically just beat my opponent from there in about 3 minutes. It was literally like 3 minutes for me to go from that scenario to winning the match. And keep in mind, I was down a game, and we were in game 2. And I just think it's funny because they kept saying, oh, he's stalling. But, you know, we got a 7-minute extension for that on top of a 10-minute extension we already had. And this all started like several, like maybe 5-10 minutes before time would even be called. So we had a 17-minute time extension, and we finished with under 5 minutes into time, and we were not even the first, like, we were not even the last outstanding match. So it was very clearly, like, there was very clearly a hole in the I'm trying to stall for time theory when we have a 20-minute time extension and, you know, like I reverse 2-0 my opponent in 5 minutes. So I don't know what was going on there, but that was that. And then after that, I played against a very chill prank kid player. I lost the dice roll again, but my opponent was very nice. And then they had double pandemonium game 1, like, because we had the dark ruler for the bow wow. They didn't use bow wow in the standby phase, so I just dark ruler the bow wow and say, okay, well, you better have exactly 2 prank kids in your hand. They did not, but they had the second pandemonium, so that was that. So that was that. There was then a really long wait before Top Cut started. Unfortunately, I had to play against the same opponent from round 5 that we just talked about, but they seemed like they had calmed down quite a bit when I played them because they were very friendly afterward. So again, you know, like, I think it was just the situation. I don't like to talk about the players, just the situation. But unfortunately, we lost. We won the dice roll. This was only the second dice roll we won all day. We won the roll, and I drew terribly. This was the only hand that I bricked on all tournament. It was like Ash, Boot Sector, White Dragon, Legionnaire. Like, it was totally unplayable. Nothing I could do about it. Game 2, we just easy clap. And then game 3 is the one where we put him to literally 0 cards. Nothing on field, nothing in hand, nothing live in graveyard, literally nothing. And all we have is Seal. And then they just top deck Revolt. And then I draw a Contact C. My hand was 2 Contact Cs plus a Spheres on field. And because of that, just 1 Revolt, I randomly just lost. So, and then they drew Pot of Desires after that to Otakemi. So it was cool. Good fun Yu-Gi-Oh! Afterwards. But yeah, that was the Rdiq. The deck performed pretty well, I would say. I was very happy with how it did. Yeah, nothing I think I would really change. So that was the deck. Also, Brenda is just scooted in here. Hi. No.
I found another shirt.
Oh God. Brenda found a shirt. Here, let's come here. Come here. Come say hi to stream.
Hi, stream.
Yep. Show the stream. I don't care. Show the stream.
But I was showing you.
I know. We show the stream.
It's what? It's lilac.
Does she get the shirt at stream? Droll overperformed at both RDIQs. Yeah, Droll was really strong for me. I won several matches because of it. Because, like, as you guys saw, like, I lost at almost every die roll. I won 1 dice roll in tournament where I won a match, and then I won the dice roll and then bricked in Top Cut. So everything else, I lost the dice roll, but because I had Droll and Dark Ruler, a lot of those dice rolls were just like, oh, okay, well, I don't have, you know, like, I can't, like, do anything, but, you know, neither can they, because I have one of these 2 insane cards in my hand. So, yeah, it's cute. Now, how much money is that deck? For me, $0.00, because we have the wonderful Cory Brown without an R. I don't know how to pronounce your fucking name, dude, but I love you. But shout outs to Cory. I've also had Dragon Link for like forever. Like, I mean, I picked up Seiferts when they literally were first printed, and I never got rid of them. Same with Stripe. Every card in the Dragon Link deck I've had since it was just first printed. Like the only stuff that I was, like, actually missing that I needed from Cory was Papega, Triple Tactics, and a Tidying. Did you like Net's list? I don't think I saw Net's list. My list is very similar to the one that I played at the Extravaganza, and so it was basically like Deadly V7's list from the last LCS, or LCS 12, but a couple changes. I was gonna play Cody Angry Bob's list, but because of how well Droll performed at the first RDIQ, I changed up my list. Humane Twins. Oh, that list! Yeah, I thought that list was cool, but I didn't play it. Also, we have a high... Wait, was that a high I'm new? Why? Oh no, that's Wise Man. Dino Love. Give Brenda attention. Come here. Orange Cream Fanta has redeemed the Wise Man emoji for Give Brenda attention. Also, shout outs Wise Man. Did you know Wise Man's in top 10 now? Anybody who watches Wise Man? Shout outs Wise Man. Wise Man said that he would not stream if it were not for me. So, shout outs Wise Man. We love Wise Man. Ooh. Yeah, just stay right there. My neck hurts.
I'm a neck pillow?
Mm-hmm. It's like those things you buy at the airport.
I'm worth a $10 neck pillow?
Those are not $10. Those are expensive. Have you ever owned one of those?
I have a neck pillow.
Exactly. I think Wise Man dropped. Wait, did Wise Man play in the RDIQ? They also stole your Twitch background? I believe. Wait, do you mean like the background or the music? Because I sent him my playlists. He asked for the playlist. I gave him all the playlists. Wise Man the copycat. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do now. I didn't really have a plan for after this. He's not top 10, said. Meatball sub. Oh. Wait, did he really steal that? Oh my god, that's an inside joke. Cause like my nickname with my locals friends is Meatball. I don't even know why I have the nickname. I'm gonna be completely honest. I can't myself. I hate that. I don't know why they call me Meatball, but they do. So.
Subs are actually my favorite subs.
Hold on, I have to go find Wise Man's channel now.
So that works out really
Wise Man 13. Wise Man 13. What's that?
I said that meatball subs are my favorite subs.
Aw. I don't see no meatball sandwich on Wise Man. You lied to me, Orange Cream Fanta. How could you do that? Ow, you're hurting me.
I'm helping.
You're not helping. This hurts.
Yeah.
Did you hear Elise and Zara also top the RDIQ? I did, and I'm very happy about Elise's deck list because Elise was playing a deck list that I had actually played almost exactly card for card. We were one card off in a deck list that I had told Jibriel was like actually cracked.
You moved
The
the furret.
day at it's because we're on the ugly cam. When I switch back, the fur will be on.
This isn't even ugly cam. It's got you and I in it.
Hell yeah. But she was playing almost card for card the deck list that I had sent to Jibriel, and like I had been testing with him the weekend that Ghosts from the Past came out, and Jibriel told me the deck was bad, so we abandoned the deck idea. But apparently it's good. Apparently Justin Singh has the same thought processes as me half the time, because him and I are always like whenever I build a deck like in secret, like a few weeks later, like Justin Singh just seems to happen to be on the same thing.
Would
so
you say you're in Sing?
shout out to Justin Singh, I guess.
Yeah,
get out of here. Get out of here. Hey, could you actually open the door? Because it is blistered. Can you go check the thermostat?
I don't know how to check it.
It's just a thermostat. It has a number on it. Here,
I don't touch it. I don't want to be yelled at.
You injured me.
Okay. You flipped your flower upside down.
Yeah, I like to flip these off.
Why?
I don't know. I like playing with it. Gives me good luck. Good luck for off. Magic fingers.
Hi guys. We're on the ugly cam while Mike goes and checks the thermostat. In my house, we just have like the one where you just like slide it along the thing. We don't have like a smart one, so I don't touch theirs. I'm scared. Real streamers here. Hi guys. How y'all doing? Hello. Hi everybody. How are you? I'm never expecting to be on camera, so it's always like a crapshoot whether I look like a human or not. Oh my gosh, how are y'all doing? Sunday night. I have to go to work tomorrow. I started working full time. So, last week was a 50-hour week. So, I got done on Saturday and I just like slept all of Saturday. So we're doing better now. Time to complain about the chair clumps. I'm touching as little as possible. Like, And I'm wearing jeans. I've learned not to wear anything that's gonna pick up crumbs. There he is. Are you ready
You're
to...
causing trouble in here.
We're talking about the chair crumbs.
Oh boy, chair crumbs. I love my chair crumbs.
Michael! Oh my god!
Oh, when did that happen? Oh no, my Switch controllers. They have my trading cards. Ah! I need those. My snake rain stuff.
You know what I told you earlier this afternoon?
Yes,
What did I
yes.
say to you?
Alright,
I said, watch out for the Coke can. And what didn't you do?
to be fair, it was standing
No,
earlier.
no. There's no to be fair. I warned you. You were just stupid.
I don't remember knocking it over.
It doesn't matter. Coke cans shouldn't be on the floor if they're open.
Did you knock it over?
No, I did not, Michael.
Brenda knocked it over and she's blaming me, chat. Ow.
Shouldn't be there in the first place.
You can entertain them. I'm just gonna clean this.
You need to like get a wet paper towel and like start.
Okay,
soaking that.
you have a job.
I told him. I literally said that earlier this afternoon. Like, there's an open Coke can on the floor.
I took
you
it
need to move
downstairs.
it.
I just got that one. That one's new.
It's in the same exact spot.
Yeah, that's because that's where I put all of them.
It's almost like we could have foreseen this happening. Y'all are very quiet tonight. What's going on? Is it the ugly cam? Is that the problem? I said they're very quiet tonight.
Well, you're not talking to them. You're talking to me. Talk to them.
I keep asking them how they are.
Maybe they don't want to tell you them how they are. Maybe you should tell them how you are.
I did, but I'm just complaining about where
Well, stop bitching. Talk about something happy. Talk about your like shopping. You always talk about that to me. Now you have a captive audience and you won't tell them.
I just went shopping and not like a big thing. He's just trying to get pet cockroaches? Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah. We can call them all Stevie. They'll all
Wonder?
be named... No. They're just
Wonder
all...
or Nyx?
No. They're just named Stevie.
Okay. Mike getting dominated by streamer G up on stream.
Yikers. That's a no-no.
That's not what's happening. It's just... I told you!
Can we be a reaction channel?
Like Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Cinnamon Toast Man.
Oh, I have a new love. I have a new favorite person ever. Sorry, Mike. Cinnamon
I was
Toast
never
Ken
your
is my
favorite. The fuck you mean?
You
Sorry.
He's got dad vibes. He's very cute. I like them a lot.
Just pay attention. Stop talking to me. Go talk to them.
I am talking to them.
No, you're not. You're looking at me.
Yeah, I'm looking at you clean the floor.
Press 1 if Brenda bad streamer lady.
I never see you clean anything. This is the first time. BP's foot got mangled last night in a car crash.
What?
Oh my gosh. Is he okay?
Big Pimpin', are you okay? Also, was that live and I missed it?
How would that be?
Brenda shot my dogs.
What?
Oh no.
What?
How could you shoot Nixon's dogs? They're so
I
cute.
didn't shoot anybody's
How
dogs.
could you shoot Nixon's dogs?
What? Brenda, teams MX.
Some
I
asshole
told
ran a
you,
stop
mean.
sign and I T-boned him? Oh shit. Alright, well.
He deserved it. If
Nobody gets... Is he alive? You should have asked that before he deserves it.
I mean, he ran a stop sign.
He deserves it. BP is just like, yeah, he's fucking dead now, Brenda. Man's dead.
They're all
Yeah, we're fine.
see?
Okay, good. Alright, he deserves it.
If there's a stop sign, they can't have been going that fast.
Guarantee you that man never runs a stop sign again in his life.
Live and learn. Make a stupid ass
What?
mistake and you'll learn not to do that shit.
I am glad that you're alright, BP.
Yeah, you're the one we care about.
Yeah, who the fuck am I supposed to watch when I go offline if you get fucked up? Stop that. You gotta stay alive, bro.
Brenda, cold-blooded killer.
I can't adopt your whole chat. And we can't send them to BP, or not to BP, or VP. We can't send them to Cap.
He had a breathalyzer in his car. Oh no, he got a DUI.
Oh,
that's 10K.
Yeah, okay, maybe he rents a stop sign again. Oh,
Ouch, that one hurts. You can't even drive if you get a
Yeah.
DUI.
Fuck. That
I
means you
didn't-
can, just not legally.
Yeah, Jesus. T-boned a guy, he deserved it. By the way, you went flipsy. Oh no.
Oh no.
Stop T-bone. We are not endorsing T-boning. Brenda just has a big sense of fairness. Skinned ferrets? I didn't do anything to we are anti-animal abuse. Like, holy crap.
Alright, pro animal abuser.
What? Are you gonna pick up that can? Nope, I told you not to put those there either. Spill it all over my clean clothes. I don't think so.
How is it gonna spill? It is on a desk, not
Tell me
here.
how that one spilled.
I don't know, you were here. It was right side up when I left. That's all I'm saying. Alright, she ran over my cat, then back over it.
I don't like cats, but I would not kill a cat. Unless it was like...
I was trying to give you a hug, but okay, step around me.
What's that?
Oh, it's garbage. Alright, BRB.
What, you're trying to make another Coke puddle on the floor?
Hey,
Jesus Christ! You see what I deal with.
Puddle two.
If any of you people find partners, like, do not do this to them.
Puddle.
Get over here.
Oh,
Poking time.
wait, hold on. Don't poke me yet. Don't poke me yet. I found
Did you
out.
put a Coke soap towel on our bed? I sleep there. Yes, I do. I don't. Whenever I sleep here, I get a massive migraine. That's why I sleep on the floor.
Hi guys. Isn't this a fun stream? Don't we love it when we don't have a plan? I love this stream. Also, didn't somebody want to show?
I'm gonna have a breakdown one of these days, Michael.
Is this the stream just Charmin Ultra Strong? Charmin Ultra Strong? Absolutely. Hefty. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong thing. What?
Hefty is
Yeah, that's trash bags.
brand.
What what's
No,
the
Hefty
Charmin thing?
makes paper
What's the
towels.
Charmin thing? That's the one with like the bears that
Bears.
shit themselves, right?
They don't shit themselves.
But they got the TP on their bunghole.
I'm pretty sure that happens to you too.
No, it fucking doesn't. Why does Brenda hate animals, Pepe hands? I don't know, Brenda. Why do you hate animals?
Are you an animal?
Yeah, Nixon's an
That
animal.
explains. No, I meant you.
Oh. All right, let's go over the Apollo board for if whoever the friendo who wanted to see it is still here. I'm gonna start with like, I don't know, say for World Legacy Guard Dragon, and I'm gonna put a quick launch in my hand because I don't remember if I need it or not.
Big stretch. You going to guy, you deserved it, by the way. You disobeyed Brenda TLS. Damn!
Yeah, see, this is what happens. Alright, so let's pretend that this is our hand. I don't know if we need this. This is just like, we're just... No. No.
I'm taking like floral leaf today.
Yeah, okay. The answer's no.
Please stop yelling or I'll have to go away.
Okay. So we're gonna go safer effect.
You don't care if I'm here.
Bye-bye. Love you.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
If you did, you would be quieter.
That's not true. World Legacy Guard Dragon. And then we just get back the safer. We would just do this on like this hand because you don't have another way to like, you know, like you just have the safer, so you just have to put a monster back on the field. Striker. Striker would then get you the boot sect. You then banish for the collapse. And then you link off for, I don't know, spheres. Then you search the white. You can banish the collapse for white. And then link one for wherever it is. LP. Use LP's effect, or use Guard Dragon to move LP. LP can then get you your, if I can find it, Chamber. Chamber gets you Tidying. You then would go for, okay, I didn't mean to go launch. You would then go for Pisty. Pisty can get you back the safer that you banish. Then link these two off into Romulus. Romulus then gets you your Dragon Ravine. Then you need any one extender from like this point, or like So it's either safer, like starter, 2 extenders, or starter, extender, and World Legacy. Basically, will get you there. And then you just go for like quick launch, or whatever extender you could have. You know, like this works too if you go like normal summon safer and just like tribute out of hand instead. That's counts as an extender. So you can just summon like whatever. It doesn't really matter what you summon off the quick launch or whatever your extender is. Sometimes, like say you already have access to like the chambermaid or something, or like you already have a tidying in your hand. You could always just like use the Dragon Ravine to like send a tidying and just get back the chambermaid, just as like a free body. So there's a lot of ways to do it. You just want to get to a board position that looks like this, and some random extender. And then you go those into Apollo. And then at this point you have, you know, you have the Tidying Ravine boot sector, plus you'd have 2 other cards, so you can just go like Dragon Ravine, pitch blank card for the Absol Router. Router would then get you the Tracer. Then you just boot sector for the Tracer, and then you can pop the World Legacy for a Recharger, synchro those away. And you can make the Savage Dragon, and then because you have the Romulus in the graveyard, you then have 2 negates on your Savage Dragon. So it's a little bit better than standard play, and then you should have like 1 to 3 cards in your hand, depending on how you got there. So that's just the basics of the Apollo line. By the way, Mike saw me getting the Secret Rare Idadin and Numeron Dragon. I got them for 25 cents each. I did see that. Congratulations, Choice.